Hello, everybody. Welcome. Make sure to to like the video on the way in, and I hope everyone is having a good morning. And and I hope everyone is having a good weekend. And as of right now, this is one out of two live streams that I will be doing today. So this right here is the last of the Black Femicide stories that I'll be doing this year. Um in January I will be um doing Black Femicide stories again. But yeah. Um and also um I will be live again at 9:30 um in the evening. I will be live at 9:30 tonight. We got a special live stream, a special women's panel with a special guest. So yeah. Um right. And also on also next Saturday, I will be doing two live streams again. So yeah, that's what's going to be going on. Um, so make sure like to like the live stream on the way in. And as of right now, we're going to go ahead and get into uh, we're going to go ahead and get into this last femicide story. Um, Again, as you can see in the title, um, this happened in June. This happened on June 1st of this year. Um, um, I apologize for, for not covering her story sooner. Um, but yeah, as of right now, um, I've seen so many stories of Black women having their lives taken, and and it, it's really sad. It really is. Um, well, and this will not be a long live stream. Um, I forgot to tell y'all that, but yeah. Like as I was saying, it's sad because they they did not deserve to have their lives taken. They really didn't. Um, and my heart and my condolences goes out to the families of the victims. Um, and again, this is really sad and messed up at the same time. So, and again, this story happened in, and this one happened in Detroit again in June of this year. Um, I believe there was a party, and all of a sudden there was a car that that appeared and started shooting at people, and someone was shooting at people, and I do believe that it was four victims, and one of them was Imani Peterson, and and when I heard the story, it was just it was just sad because she was only 19 years old and she wanted to be a veterinarian. And in case there are people who don't know what a veterinarian is it's a person that works with pets, and like cats and dogs and everything. But yeah, she wanted to be a veterinarian, and and again, and she was 19 years old, and she had her life taken. And the thing is, no one knows who was driving that car that night on June 1st. And that is the sad part about this. So, like I said, it wasn't. This ain't going to be a long live stream. Um, so I'm going to play the video for you guys, and I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts.
She was always laughing. Her smile was so beautiful.
Imani Peterson, a new mom with hopes of being a veterinarian someday.
It's devastating to get a phone call at 2 o'clock in the morning. A phone call that changed the whole world.
The devastating impact of gun violence has claimed another young life in Detroit, as 19-year-old Imani Peterson succumbed to injuries sustained during a shooting at a Trinity Street party. What began as a typical summer evening on June 1st, 2025, ended in tragedy when gunfire erupted, striking 4 people, including Peterson, who would fight for her life in intensive care for 2 weeks before passing away on June 15th. Imani Peterson represented the bright future many young people strive toward. A 2022 graduate of Mumford High School, she had already become a mother to a beautiful 4-month-old son and was pursuing her dream of becoming a veterinarian. Her professional aspirations reflected her compassionate nature and desire to help both animals and their human companions, making her loss particularly poignant for a community that has seen too many promising lives cut short. The shooting's impact rippled through Detroit's community, particularly affecting those who knew Imani personally. Her cousin, Ontavia Joyce, shared with Fox 2 Detroit the universal connection Imani fostered with others, stating, "Everybody out here had a relationship with Imani. She was a happy, beautiful young woman. This sentiment was echoed throughout the community as stories of her joyful presence and radiant personality emerged in the wake of her death. The moment of learning about the shooting remains seared in her family's memory. Imani's mother, Carria Joyce, described the life-altering notification. "It's devastating to get a phone call at 2 a.m., a call that changed the world." This middle-of-the-night call began a harrowing 2-week period as Imani fought for survival in the ICU, with her family maintaining hope until the very end. The circumstances of the shooting underscore a troubling pattern of violence affecting innocent bystanders. Imani's family has emphasized repeatedly that she was not involved in any conflict, but was simply present at the wrong moment. The incident, which left 3 others injured, remains unsolved, with no arrests made in connection with the shooting, leaving the family without closure and justice unserved. In a touching display of remembrance, Imani's funeral brought together loved ones who honored her memory by wearing yellow, her favorite color. This visual tribute transformed what could have been solely a moment of mourning into a celebration of her life and the joy she brought to others. The choice of yellow seemed particularly appropriate for someone described as having brought so much light to those around her. The financial burden of unexpected funeral expenses has added to the family's struggles during this difficult time. Through a GoFundMe campaign, Carria Joyce reached out to the community for support, sharing intimate details about her daughter. She described Imani as someone who had a heart of gold and possessed a genuine love for her family, children, and people in general. The campaign reveals the practical challenges families face in the aftermath of such tragedies, beyond the emotional devastation. The loss of Imani Peterson represents more than just another statistic in Detroit's struggle with gun violence. She leaves behind a 4-month-old son who will grow up knowing his mother only through stories and photographs. Her death creates ripples through multiple generations. A mother who lost her daughter, a child who lost his mother, and a community that lost a promising young woman who was working to make a positive impact through her chosen profession. As the investigation into the Trinity Street shooting continues, Imani's story serves as a stark reminder of the random nature of gun violence and its ability to forever alter the lives of families and communities. Her legacy lives on through the memories of those who knew her and the lasting impact she made during her brief but meaningful life.
Everybody out here had a relationship with Imani. Everybody did. She was a joyful, happy person. She was a beautiful young woman.
A 2022 graduate of Mumford High School, an honor roll student.
She was that one. Basketball from K to 8th, track, high school, good grades, stayed on the honor roll. She was beautiful.
An innocent bystander in the wrong place at the wrong time in the early morning hours of June 1st.
Yeah, so that was the video right there. And it really is sad. The best of us are being taken out by gun violence, and domestic violence. This is messed up and sad. She was 19 years old and she was a mother. And you heard that she was getting good grades, so she was doing well in school. It was one faithful. It was, and this is really sad. And one night ended her life. Now the police is still investigating the shooting that happened from June 1st They still investigating that. And the thing of it is, still yet, gun violence needs to be talked about. It really does. And not only that, but again, black femicide has to be talked about because, again, the best and the brightest are having their lives taken. And not only that, they still don't know the who were the people in the car. No one knows. And again, one night at that party, that shooting took, well, during the shooting, there were four victims. And again, one of them was Imani Peterson. And and once again, this story proves that gun violence also has to be talked about as well, and how to prevent gun violence from happening. And also, even though, you know, um, I'm trying to say, even though this wasn't a domestic violence incident, this is still a black femicide story because a black woman, a young black woman who was 19, had her life taken from her. This is sad. It really is. And my condolences goes to the family of Imani Peterson. And again, this also shows how the system fails, you know, at protecting people. And I know they still are investigating the shooting up there in Detroit, Michigan. But still yet, I still see this as the system failing to protect the citizens. Gun violence has to be talked about, and there are things that has to be done about this. But yeah, I say that there won't that this wouldn't be a long live stream because of the other live stream that will be happening tonight at 9:30. It's going to be a women's panel, and there will be a special guest uh, on the channel tonight. And yeah, so um again, this is just sad. It really is. R.I.P. Imani Peterson. Y- Your life was taken to you. You were taken from us way too soon, before you were able to live your dream as a veterinarian. This is just this is just sad. All right, everyone. I'm gonna end the live stream right here. I want to thank y'all for coming And make sure to like the video, to like the live stream, share this live stream, and also subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click the notification bell for whenever I go live or put out videos. And I will see you all later today. Love, peace, and happiness. And I will see y'all soon. Peace.